I'm going to kick off in remembrance of Eileen Kaminsky, the Cancer Bus. So this one is entitled Community. In the support, love, kindness, and set out upon the rivers of friendship to search for distant fires of the hearth of homes, the heartbeats of the drums, of rhythmic healing, to the same time as yours, as mine, and in the depth of cool water, change the rocks as I skimmed by, to see you on the shore ahead, waving me into, one second, waving me into sweet dreams and blue skies, from memory of those days when we were small, before the river brought us all home where it's safe, to ask why and what, and make all the mistakes, and a bandage and calm hands awaits, and a kiss to seal the healing in and out, for the eyes of friendship hold still all the light and turn darker days and blue-black raven nights into everlasting peace. And no words but silence known to express the sound of grace, or the sweet scent of an embrace. How love sounds in silence, when rejoicing in the warm air, the same as the temperature of blood, where home and family are not defined. But let the river flow, and you'll end your tumultuous ride in the arms of each spirit's knowing. Why to not question today or tomorrow, but accept the gift of beautiful you, just for everything you are and how we go on together, changing only my life within the river's gift of you. I know I'm home, now peace, now love, now understanding wraps me in the breeze as you walk me home together. And it's now that I can see. So I get emotional reading her stuff, so I apologize. So yeah, she's a dear friend, and I don't know if her website is still up, but it was Cancer Bus, and it may not be. But I thought we would start off that way, and I just really appreciate what she brought to the table, from the metaphors and just the word flow. She makes you think when you read through her poetry, and with her, just like with Sarah, you can get into these long odes and some really fabulous poetry, and it just takes time to dive into that. So that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Brookshire. Oh, by the way, I'm Laura's caregiver and a co-founder of survivingbreastcancer.org for people who do not know me. So Brookshire, you're up next.
Okay, I'm Brookshire. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. And when I asked about the poem and what we should write, William said, anything from the heart. So mine is entitled From the Heart. Now is the time of year when one thinks of Thanksgiving, but it's difficult detaching from the life we're living. Treatments, side effects, and appointments fill our days. So may we pause a moment to peer other ways. Take a moment to feel within your heart. This is a very special place to start. It will guide you to visions you've been unaware, and will create in you a feeling to share. Count your blessings, every one. Suddenly you'll realize you thought you had none. Start with ones you can see. Family and friends were the ones for me. Then add shelter, food, and a warm bed too. Afterwards, other blessings will come to you. Yes, we got cancer, that is true, but at least it came after they didn't know what to do. Next, step outside and take in nature all around. Feelings in your heart will truly abound. Leaves changing colors and birds flying high. Take in a breath and release with a sigh. Look downward to take in more. See ants in cracks performing their chore. Then there are patches of moss in open space, and flowers blooming, appearing as lace. Include acorns fallen from the mighty tree. Nature reveals so much to see. Your heart swells as you realize you are living, even just for today. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Mm.
Thank you, Brookshire. Brookshire, by the way, you were published in yesterday's newsletter.
I saw it and I sent a reply. Thank y'all for honoring me. I appreciate it very much. And the note at the bottom. Yeah.
Well, actually, I would like to start with Dawn's poem, who last minute could no longer attend tonight. So I am going to read the poem that she wrote, and it was actually published in Wildfire magazine, The Plane by Dawn Oswald. As I sit here waiting for the news in the doctor's office, I stare out the window trying to occupy my mind. I see the planes. They look small but mighty. As I continue to watch, I see one take off. The plane is flying free. I want to be that plane. Free from anxiety, free from fear, free from all the worries. Can I fly free? As I become the plane, I can see the water below me, water of hope. I see the mountains, mountains of faith. I see wildlife, God's creation. As I continue to fly, it starts to rain. The rain is hitting my wings, but I don't mind because I can hide my tears. I see a rainbow now too. Oh, the beautiful colors. I feel so free. I have no worries. As I continue to fly, I am at peace. But it's time to land, back to reality. As my wheels touch the ground, I feel grounded. My mind is open to hear the results and to hear the words, and to hear what my options are. I feel more calm from flying above. Be that plane, fly high, high above all. What goes up must come down, but we have control. Take control of your life. When life gets tough, fly. Fly above to calm you down. When you are ready, touch down. Get grounded again. Weigh your options. Be that plane when you need to be. Fly free to clear your thoughts. You can go right or left. You can even turn around. Back to home ground. The doctor walks in and he says, "How are you feeling?" I tell him, "I'm okay, just watching the planes." He said, "They can be scary to watch, but I got your wings. I will guide you in the right direction, you see. If we get lost, we can turn around and try a new direction. See, the plane needs a pilot to fly free from all of this congestion. Let me be that pilot to guide you in the right direction. I don't know all the directions, but I know we can fly until we find our way back to ground. Me and you, the plane is the way."
Oh, yeah.
Well, after all that heaviness, I have the whimsy always. I sent William my
Whimsy
little.
is welcome.
You know, I think that's just my way of carrying on, right? And when my son is 15, and the other night he said, "Mom, have you written anything lately?" And so I like to share the happy stuff because I want that my kids to be like, "Oh, mom's fine. She's fine now."
Is
Anyway,
it true, Heather, like when you first came to our first poetry, like that you were never really writing poems before?
I wasn't at all. No.
Yeah, and now you've written so many and you've been publishing with us, and it's like
every time
unbelievable.
I send one and you say you're going to publish it, I am like over the moon. And that's what I said to my son. Yesterday I got the response from Desiree that said, "Oh, this will be in the January newsletter." And I held it up and I was like, "Ty, look, I'm gonna be in the newsletter." And my son said, "Oh, is that just your like mom group?" I'm like, "No, it's all over the world." I might have embellished a little, but
We are all over the world.
Right. But anyway, I sent one fun little coffee haiku, but I have two I'm going to read just for fun. So I have it on my other computer. That's why I'm looking to the side. Lattes all around, half cap, non-fat, 2 shots black, cold brew, mocha, yum. That describes coffee, right?
Yeah,
That is so perfect.
And then my other one is morning aroma, roasted beans wafting upstairs, senses awaken.
Ooh.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's not long, but they're fun.
Yes.
I want
We
to get
need some.
those on our, like on those like wooden plaques people have like in their kitchen with different
Yeah.
sayings and stuff.
Oh, that's a great gift
Yeah,
idea.
we should talk
Great
about that.
idea.
Okay,
I
let's talk.
love that.
Okay, we'll talk.
Like not only am I all over the world, I'm like on people's walls.
That's cute. I can tell you too, I try to do the monthly, I know a lot of us do, the monthly writing with Thomas, and it's really kind of like opens up stuff every month. So anyway, keep that up. It's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, where are you calling from? Oh, you have it in here. Carlsbad, California.
Oh yeah, Southern California. It's super nice here. It's so cold I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
I stood there in the midst of rain and thunder with my arms stretched out, waiting for some kind of comfort. It never came. In the middle of the night, I am wide awake, trembling about which way to turn. I feel the cool breeze. I feel the cool mist of the ocean breeze surround my mind and body. It's as if I'm the only one on the beach and it's way past midnight. I'm blue and all I can do is think of you. All I want to do is surrender and fall down on the sand. The waves are coming in and beckoning me to swim. I can't go any further without the threat of losing my peacefulness. I sit alone on a beach that only exists in my mind. I am alone and wishing to God that the sun rises soon. I want to feel the warmth of its majestic heat. I need to feel something embrace my life and soothe my body from every ache that surrounds me. I summon all my heroes to rescue me this morning. Can anyone out there hear me? When daylight finally anoints herself to me, I will surrender. If you whisper, I can hear the sounds emanating from the waves of the ocean floor. Are they ready for me? Tell them I'm not ready. Please give me one more chance to live my life and stand tall. My voice has risen from a mere whisper to a loud roar. The next ship that goes by is taking me. I will be patient and lay back down on the beach. My arms are wide open and ready to reap the gifts, whatever they may be. My arms are strong enough to finally lift me up and rescue this little girl lost. The sun is about to come up and the moon has been driven underground once more. I feel the heat of the sun and the coolness of the ocean waves once more. I am free, I am sanctified, and I'm ready for life.
I'm Sarah, and I'm from Westchester County, so I'm near Queens.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, boy, I started writing poetry pretty much during my little odyssey a couple of years ago with breast cancer, but luckily it feels quite resolved now, and I just kept going. It was like, I don't know, I look forward to something like this, or just to have 5 minutes to tweak a poem, It's so funny. It's like, so this is a short little poem I wrote while I was cooking Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
And it doesn't have anything to do with breast cancer. And it's called Stroll. The time I let you slide right off the stroller seat and onto the sidewalk, your round bottom and fleece winter onesie cushioning your fall at least a little, because I hadn't fastened you in at all. Your older brother and sister pulling me this way and that to see the ducks and open the mailbox and retie a shoe. And you stopped crying right away, in spite of the incision at your waist that was surely still sore. You nuzzled your cold nose against my neck when I picked you up and pressed our hearts together, me promising to take better care of you, my easy one, me promising.
Lovely. Did you want to continue or do you want to come back?
Oh, we can come back.
So I am very new to SBC. I'm the new executive assistant,
Oh,
and it's been
I couldn't
great
be
so far.
happier. So excited.
Yeah. And I myself am a TNBC survivor. I was diagnosed in 2018,
Okay.
and I am located in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hello all. Yes, I was in India for almost 2 months taking care of my mother-in-law. She's all well, so I'm happy. And I'm Pooja Jain, 2-year breast cancer warrior. And I'm so grateful to be part of this group. We have survived the pandemic together. We have partied together. And yeah, it has been an amazing journey. And especially, knowing people from all over the country and the world is so amazing. It really feels like United States of America.
Mhm.
And and more, yeah. So yeah, I would like to share my poem with you all. It's Bloom on Zoom. Step out, look around. Do you see a tree? Your body is like that tree. So many parts, ever-changing looks. Keep mindful breathing as strong roots. We will thrive. Zooming every Thursday with the Surviving Breast Cancer group helps me recharge. We talk, listen, cry, and laugh at what cancer has brought in our lives. Yes, we breathe together. The group has bloomed on Zoom. We party hard at Summer Surrey. We do book club, art therapy, yoga, expressive writing, to name a few. Step out and listen to podcast, Breast Cancer Conversations with our own Laura Carfang. I know what is happening in the cancer world. Yes, your doctor will think, how come your chemo brain is so sharp? Dear friend, tell yourself, I am that tree. Pluck the flowers, cut the branches, and the tree tries to grow again. You cut the tree itself, it gives space for something new to bloom. Yes, this is beginner's mind. Thank you.
Cynthia Levy, welcome.
Hi, everyone. It's nice to meet you. This is my first time. I'm calling from California. I'm in Los Angeles, and I was diagnosed in 2020. I just saw the emails and I thought it looked interesting. I actually don't know a thing about poetry, and I would be too embarrassed to try to write anything, but I'm certainly enjoying what everybody else is sharing.
Well, welcome, Cynthia. We're glad that you stopped by. When you compose a poem, it's something that's coming from your heart. It does not have to rhyme. And a very, very famous author, Werner Herzog, said that we all have a poem in us. We all have artistic capability, and yours might be different than mine, which might be different than Pooja's, which may be different than Sarah's, etc. But it's all welcome. And the expressive writing piece, and we'd welcome you to take a look at our expressive writing classes. They're all free with Tom Dooley, and he just leads you on this incredible journey, and it's very powerful. I feel it's very cathartic for cancer survivors in particular. And it just allows you to let go of a lot of the emotionality that you're feeling due to your diagnosis and your treatments. And I think it's a wonderfully cathartic ride that really helps the emotional healing. So thank you for stopping by tonight. I'd like to hear from you and how you enjoyed tonight's presentations.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll let you know.
All right. We'll move on to Amber. Amber.
Hi. So my name is Amber. I saw the advertisement online, and I'm just a new person just stopping in and to hear because I love poetry. I write poetry. Um, I wanted to publish my own book. I still do. But it's just a slow process, so I'm trying. Um, and yeah, so the reason why, like, I guess this program stuck out to me was because my father passed away from cancer, and even though it's not like breast cancer related, any type of like advertisement that I see about cancer, I always like take the time and participate or do whatever I can. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. I don't really know if I made sense,
You
but
did.
You totally make sense, of
Mhm.
course. And you are very welcome. Would you like to read one of your poems? There's no pressure. If you don't, if you'd rather not, that's fine too. But if you'd like to read one of your poems, that would be very, very welcome.
no, it's okay. But maybe if there's another event in the future, I could come back and read one.
And
Very
where are
good.
you, Amber? Where are you?
I prefer not to say if that's okay.
That's
Oh,
fine too.
sure.
Huh.
Yeah, and even though you haven't been diagnosed or going through this, our programs are open to all of those diagnosed and then also caregivers. And so, especially even as you're going through grieving and everything too, like please feel free to come to Thomas's class or any other programs that we offer. It's really just a place for all of us to heal.
Okay, thank you so much.
Of course.
And just know there's people out there who care about you. I'm just listening to you talk about your father. I lost my father to cancer in 2005, and we all know this. When you hear the C word, it can be
Yeah.
pretty devastating. So
Yeah.
we're here. We're here for you too. So welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. He passed away. Well, just for some context, I'm 20 right now,
Okay.
but he passed away when I was in 6th grade.
Oh,
So yeah.
hard.
Very hard.
It's hard.
Very hard. Well, anytime you'd like to chat or join in any of our discussions, you're more
Yeah.
than welcome. We have a caregiver group, and we've got a WhatsApp group where folks can call in and just express their feelings and emotions. And it's just emotional support from caregivers and from those who have been diagnosed and are being treated or are long-term survivors. So you are very welcome, Amber. I hope to hear from you again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Carol, you two are on mute and you're not showing video, and you're welcome to identify yourself if you'd like, and to recite a poem if you'd like. If not, that's fine too. This is a no pressure situation, and it's a no pressure breast cancer community support.
I'm Carol, but I don't have a poem. I just came to listen to the poetry because I do love poetry and stories and writing. And I'm just in awe of all the people who presented. Your poems are just beautiful.
So this one is called In the Stillness of the Night, in the Light of My Heart. Just as softly as you enter, just as softly as you leave, you have come like a soft spring morning. I bask in the glow of your love. You have brought sunshine to my winter's day and warmth to my winter's nights. Let me hold your hand. Let me kiss your lips. Some nights I imagine I'm with you. All we need is a chance. You could come north and I could come south. There's no room for fear, no need for doubt. Take a chance, catch a star, ride a wave. Reach out for my hand. Although my eyes have not looked into your eyes, and although our bodies have never embraced, our hearts and minds have merged. Stay with me tonight. Stay with me and gaze into my eyes. Stay with me and fill me with your love. The thought of you gives me hope. The sound of your voice makes me glow. The idea of you fills me with desire. In all you do, in all you have spoken to me, be forever near in my heart. Surrender to the feeling that is in your heart. Round midnight, March 13th, 1993.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right. All right, before we get to Pooja for her second, I was going to do Bar Harbor Part 1 and 2.
Can I ask
Okay.
a question to Veronica before
Yeah,
we
sure.
go into Bar Harbor? Like, that's such a beautiful poem. I wonder, like, was that written with somebody in mind, or was that like, what was your mindset in that period of time?
But I wouldn't mind. Years ago, and it's connected to like my job and stuff. I used to deal with people. We used to talk on the phone to people, and you start making relationships. So this was somebody I never really met, but we had a connection. So I wrote a poem about it. You know, I guess it's a fleeting moment in time because, you know, we chatted for a couple of months and then he's gone. So, but that was my mindset. That was my mindset. So
Like
93, my goodness, it sounds like a lifetime ago, but yeah.
Two ships passing in the night.
Yes, yes. But thank you, Laura, for asking.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
So here's Bar Harbor. Swimming at dusk in an exhilarating, refreshing Atlantic, owning one's body in perfect harmony with the now. Multiple daily hikes in very high heat. So many trails, Penobscot, Pematek, Sargent, Bald, Cadillac, and more. All are bony, proffering a variety of boulders and routes, perhaps awaiting an unsuspecting foot. Short but steep, just another mile or so to go. Watching our puppy hopping up, 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 happy as a billy goat. Observing a spirited bald eagle nest a mile high, sitting on two chicks. Then she too takes an ice cold dip into the ocean in search of nourishment for the little ones. Fires nightly to soothe one's soul and procure post-COVID camping friendships for life. And now Bar Harbor Part 2. This was our lovely dinner and lovely encounter with our great friend. And so we talked with a dear friend, alone and hoping that a recent setback is tick related. Imagine wishing for that. She lives all alone in her own little home, a very short scenic stroll to the sea. She's concerned that a potential necrosis or even a tick-related anaplasmosis may be a sign of things to come, sickly, weak, paranoid, unable to move without tremendous effort, not religious, but existentially spiritual, calling out from a floored fetal position for her mom, evincing her Gaelic ancestry. Mortally fearful that she'll pass and no one will come looking. Her delirium continues. Her cat survives by consuming her exhausted, cancer-ridden body. With just then a vision, an epiphany, a comprehensible voice in a dream calls out, "Thy will be done." Physical recovery occurs within days. Thought conceptualization returns to focus on the improbable now, alive, scared, and still alone. So that was from our meetup. Some of you may know her. She's the Boob ambassador out of on Instagram. She's just a dear friend of ours as well, and she hasn't responded to the poem, but it's all true. All right. With that, we're going to. Did anybody else besides Sarah have another one? Oh, Laura, you had yours first, and then.
Pooja.
Pooja has, thank you, Brookshire. Pooja had a second one.
Word Wonderland. Words can shatter your world. You have cancer. Who wants to hear that? But words can also help one to heal, reflect, and recharge. Who knew that? Expressive writing by Thomas Dooley has opened a word wonderland for me. Zooming every Monday with a group of amazing superwomen and a superman is a treat that we all want to enjoy together. We write our hearts out, enjoy the wonderful poetic world, and we create our own. Thomas gave us writing prompt to kickstart our thoughts. I feel, I wish, I am. We share a sentence or two. It never fails to surprise me that usually we are speaking each other's mind. A group of people sitting miles apart, never met, yet so alike. We are all humans, just in different costumes. A poem on sea can bring up memories of a happy childhood for one person, but can also remind another person of surfing the waves of loss or personal battle and tough times. We have laughed, giggled, and shed tears together. A poem can help break the ice and help us dive in having a meaningful conversation going. This is my share of expressive writing. Get going and read a poem tonight at your dinner table with your loved ones and enjoy your own word wonderland. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Excellent, Pooja. And also selling Tom Dooley there.
I'm gonna hire you to be part of our like marketing team.
Yeah. All right, Laura, did you want to post yours and share your screen, and then you can share Sarah's poem?
Yes, I'm going to read mine first and then share my screen so you can see the visual afterwards.
Okay.
I don't have a title either.
Okay.
Right. Rehab, lights out. Is it a supper club? No, nightclub. No. On turns the light bulb. Navigator, inspector. Looking for the indicator, surrender, turning into a caterpillar, unmanageable, unbelievable, unacceptable, inconclusive me, squished between two metal plates, flat like a portobello, smeared as if I wore mortadella, black, white, gray, lines presenting a mix of primavera, no, it's carcinoma, osteoporosis, subconsciousness, inauspicious nevertheless, psychotherapist, oncologist, radiologist, geneticist, nutritionist, a labyrinth of rhetoric, dysphoria, diarrhea, nausea, and enigma, reconstruction, compression, documentation, lack of menstruation, allergy, anemic, not romantic, pre-diabetic, and mainly horrific, I struggle, scans, scars, post-war souvenir, exterior fighter, internal prisoner of breast cancer. And so I'm going to share my screen and let's see how I do this. Hold on.
This was all stream of consciousness. Laura was just sitting down at the computer, just typing away, and she just no corrections, no edits. She just let it flow.
And so what I did here was I chose the words breast cancer to be the last letter of the word. So we have BREASTCANCER. And then I tried to use that as the last letter for the words within that line.
Oh,
so
wow.
that was kind of the poetic lens I was using for that piece.
I had the very cool experience of going with a few students from my school. I'm an English teacher, and this year I was allowed to develop an elective. Express yourself, and we've just done a couple of months of poetry, and we're going to go into interviewing. And so we had a poet come in and work with us on spoken word poetry, and then this organization that sent us this teacher told us about a teen night at the Nuyorican Cafe in the East Village in Manhattan. And I'd never been there. And four of my students met me there because they had to get there on their own with an adult. And we also heard a couple of people that run the place share their poems. And these students also, like older high school students, who were really, really amazing. So I was pretty inspired. And I guess one day I'd love to do like an open mic thing. So to me, this was sort of a poem that felt a little bit more like, the spoken word style. So I will go ahead and read it. And so I guess I'll try to be a little expressive here. And one more thing is that I'm not really ready, to publish it yet. Like I think it has some growth ahead of it, but anyhow. All right, this poem is called Crazy. Valet parking, thank God. Breathe, steady now. Glass doors, sign in line, COVID check, we're good, we're fine. Into the wheelchair, my hands grip tight, tell graveyard jokes in fight or flight. Me in my bold print dress breezing along, Dad in his sporty sweats, one arm out strong, the lifeline from the second floor dangling, a carousel's golden ring. Get admitted like it's Harvard. No bold T or ivied yard, just endless beige and yellow walls, a bland maze of dusty stalls, pungent smells, floor sweepers, bed changers, pulse takers, injectors, inspectors in purple or blue color-coded costumes, never once explained to you. Then the leads enter from stage left, dashing through drab curtains in crisp white coats, pockets embroidered with formal names while they say, hey there, Sam or Jane, not an ounce of shame. Slingshot slung around the neck, hearing hearts, scanning charts, giving orders, signing off. You okayed my dad. It's worth a try. No guarantee, I'm not gonna lie. He could surprise us all, even see another fall. Once stabilized, a message arrives of strokes and dots like smoke signals released into the sky. I'm leaving this tribe, heading downstream to a new perch on high, named chief of this and that, of the 11-minute chat. You hand us over to another you knew, who talks much more and glides like you on his rolling stool. He's a bit more cool. And we retell our story for the umpteenth time under straining fluorescent lights with just enough verve to showcase our nerve, how we tottered on the edge of a pit of arrogance, then got saved in this cave of competence. Now I still hear your voice, medicine man, assuring words cycling around my frazzled brain, and order myself, forget the drain, the time we were stripped and strapped to wires and tubes, then set gingerly free. Of course, we can all see that it's clearly me, right? The one who's crazy.
Sarah, I love slingshot slung around the neck, hearing hearts. That is so apropos. Well said.
I don't know, do you all kind of love-hate doctors?
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
we need them, but
That was
Thank you.
beautiful. And I
yeah.
appreciate you sharing kind of like your unfinished piece, right? Knowing that it's out there, but not quite ready for the debut. So I really appreciate you sharing that intimate writer's thinking kind
yeah.
of for the final product. That's really special.
So yeah, so Sarah, we will not publish this until you're ready and you've made the edits. So I think that for those people on the call tonight, we'll send when you're finished with the revisions, we'll send this, and then we'll send the edited version to show the finished product, to show how you made progress and
Oh, that's a
reworked.
podcast. That's like a whole conversation. That just can't
Yeah.
happen in like before and after, right? Like this isn't Instagram.
Sarah, to me, it seemed from the heart and it seemed complete and finished and no
Yeah.
editing needed.
Now,
Thank you.
Megan, you're Irish and you come from a long line of poets in the Emerald Isle. What did you think?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it really spoke to me in that I had like visual images as you were
Yes.
reading it. And I think in a way, I could see each of us having a picture of it in our mind, but it's not all the same picture. And I think that's part of the beauty, is that it can be flexible to adapt to whatever we're all imagining. That's what I enjoyed the most about it.
Thank you. It's called Grapefruit. They had the ruby red grapefruit piled high in those scratchy mesh bags, each orb heavy, plump with juice that would geyser when pierced, then groove the back of my tongue. I reached out my hand, my mouth watering. Not those, you said. Jury's still out, I countered. You, still, me. Did I forget my pill? I watched you steer our oversized cart toward organic dairy and loved you even more from the harsh fluorescent lights above to the shiny gray industrial floor of that teeming superstore.
Oh, good.
Thanks,
Alright,
guys.
thank
Night,
you.
everybody.
Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
It was wonderful.
Thank you. It's great.